Welcome back, Let's Players. It's time for another installment of Let's Play Fire Emblem, and this time, we're doing the secret mission. Dun -dun. Well, it's more like a side quest than a secret mission, because it's not too hard to get, but... Anyways, we're doing a side quest which they say is really hard, but it's not, because it's the tutorial, and they're not going to make anything really hard in the tutorial. Anyways, the point of the side quest is I'm fighting in the Fortress of the Black Fang, who are the group of guys after the two people I just rescued. I don't want to spoil anything, even though I think I may have spoiled something big in the last episode, but... Anyway, so, I'm in the fortress, and it's supposed to be really well guarded, even though there are about, like, 10 guys in it. And this is supposed to be a really capable, competent man, even though he's like a level 7 mercenary, I think, so... This promises to be fun and easy and under 15 minutes, which it is, luckily. Because it's no fun for you if I cut a video in 2, but it's a lot more fun for me, actually. I wish I'd do it more. It takes a lot less time to save, a lot less time to upload, and a lot less time to do commentary on, so... So right now she's kind of talking about the Fang's punishment, which is you die. That's not much of a spoiler, because, you know, he's gonna die anyways, he's a minor character. So either I kill him, or they kill him, or he kills him, or something, he dies. So, I'm suggested I can either, lure them into the narrow hallway, so I fight them one by one. I don't really enjoy doing that, because most of my characters are quick enough and strong enough that they kill them whenever they come up, so I'm going to be fighting one, then another, then another, then another, then another, then I'm just going to keep doing that. So, instead, what I decide to do is I rush them. I, you know, just destroy them, I kill everybody in sight, women and children first, even though there are no women and children in the map except mine, so that went kind of wrong, but anyways, I just destroy them all, and then I decide to take the boss, Bayard, I think his name is. Anyways, I take him out with my glass cannon, and Lynn, of course, because Lynn needs some nice level ups. At least I think I take her out with Lynn. I'm not sure who I'm gonna kill him with, but... Anyway, I decide to not... I really don't enjoy taking Sarah on any of my maps. That, and I left out... Who else did I leave out? I forget. Sarah... I think that's it. No, I had to take someone out to Mills, but who? Oh, Will, that's it. I left Will out, too. I didn't do my formation in this map, which I'm kind of sorry for, because this formation is a little difficult to work with, but I can still manage to do it. I just have to play around with everything a little bit, so that I get everybody in the right place and kill everybody. Anyway, so this is my glass cannon in action. A nice, like a really high damage of 11, considering most of the people that I fight don't have any resistance at all. And Lucius already comes with a naturally high magic skill and a good resistance, except his defense. Yes, his. Lucius is a man. He just looks like a really, really, really girly girl, and it's noted in the support conversation later on. But anyways, he has a really crappy defense and a really crappy defensive growth, so don't put him anywhere near a Swordmaster, or anyone who's quick enough to catch up to him, and has a really good chance at hitting him. So, Swordmasters, keep him away from, definitely. People with lances, definitely. People with axes are sort of okay, because not only do they have a kind of crappy skill and accuracy, they normally have a resistance that's almost non-existent, so not only will they probably miss, Lucius will kill them really hard too. Okay, so I don't know why I bother to take Wrath. He's a level 7, so he hardly gets any experience at all for killing people. And when I get him later on, it's more useful when I get him later on in Elwood's Tale, because the units are actually strong too, so he can fight and gain enough experience to level up and class up into a Nomad Trooper. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really waiting for them in the halls anymore. I'm just waiting for them to make the first move. which most of the time is they move closer to me and then I kill them. See, this is, well, not right now, I guess, I'm just trying to break a wall, but the Mani Caddy, the sword that Lyn gets, it's probably one of the most valuable swords you can possibly get in the game, not only because it's really strong, has a really good durability, but it also does extra damage to armored knights, and to anyone on a horse, except I think a nomad, I'm not sure. I doubt I can really test that anytime soon, but it does double damage, I think, to armored knights and horses, so she's not going to be useless. So Lyn herself isn't going to be utterly useless against guys with lances. See, I'm dealing 14 damage, and then I have a critical of 24, so odds are he's going to die. Which he kind of did, really hard. But Lyn also, I use her enough so that she doesn't get very much experience with killing guys either, but I don't really care about that because I normally use Lyn to finish off bosses by now. And most of the time I get her to a level 20, so I'd use her to finish off any bosses or basically be my fallback character. You might notice though, I might not train my lords as much as I should in this one, but that's for a very good reason actually, because, well, I don't really want to spoil it, but I'm gonna get a couple of characters depending on how, like, quick my lords are, how high level my lords are. And there's another one, you may have heard this already, between Harkin and Carol, the sword master and the hero. I'm gonna get Harkin first in this one, because I don't particularly like him that much, and Eldritch mode is always easier. So when I do Hector's, I'm gonna get Carol, who I think is way, way, way better, and I'm gonna use him to, like, kill everybody in sight. The javelin that Florina just threw right now, it's not a bad idea to give her a javelin, it's just don't expect to kill my shit with her unless you've already weakened it with maybe Matthew or Will, who has a notoriously low speed. I think that's the last of the reinforcements to come out of there, so I'm just gonna push on, kill everybody here in 1, maybe 2 turns if I'm unlucky. Okay, that, the chest that I'm getting with Zane, Vass, and Matthew, there's nothing really useful in there. It's a hammer, which does double damage against armored knights, and it can only be used by people who use axes, so pretty much I can only give it to Dorcas, and Wallace if I get his skill to that high level. But I'm just taking it because it's there, not really because I need it. I don't really use Dorcas against Lundgren, the boss, and also, if I do use Wallace, the only other person who could possibly use it, I give him the heavy spear. Either that or I just let him use an iron axe. But I mean, I'm not gonna let that thief take it. That's just, you know, that's just how I roll. I'm not gonna let him steal anything. Okay, you may be wondering why I put Dorcas in front of that guy with the sword. It's because if I didn't, then he would have gone after Lucius and probably killed him. Because once again, Lucius is my glass cannon, and glass does not get, you know, hit very well. Why is it called a glass cannon? I imagine if you make an explosion inside a cannon made of glass, then it's gonna shatter. It probably won't even do anything. Maybe like a wood cannon would work better. You can light an explosion inside a wood cannon and it won't be that bad if the explosion isn't really big. Anyway, so yeah, Zane's strength kind of wins the day. He's gonna be one of your strongest characters if you decide to train him all the way. I don't normally train him all the way, but that's just how I do it. In fact, I think I use Kent a lot more because of a good support between him and Fiora. And, you know, I prefer speed and skill to strength and defense. Here come a couple of shamans and mages. I'm just gonna let Zane run away because Zane has a resistance of maybe 1, I think. So instead I'd just leave it to Lucius and urge to kill them. Or maybe even send out someone else if they come too close. Because while... that doesn't get any strength. Maybe I'll give her, like, an energy ring if I get one. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, I talked about running away from shamans and mages. It's not the most, you know, brave strategy, but it works really well. Because, you know, they try to chase me, and if I do it right, I can lead them into an ambush of either really good magic resistance units that I couldn't get up in time, or just swarm them with a bunch of cavalry. Also, Matthew is really hard to train. I find in this part, I don't really get him past level 2 or maybe even 3 if I'm lucky. But you'll find, since I use him in almost every chapter, is a guard for Sarah. Because Sarah I use a lot in the later story mode. Since I use him every chapter, he's maybe a level 12 thief. But take my advice, and don't make him class up. If you make someone class up, if you make your assassin class up, thief class up, make it, Legault. Because he's a little... I find his thievery skills are not that good when he's a thief, but when you make him an assassin, he's really, really strong, I find, even though I might not use him at all. And I think Matthew ends up with the higher speed, which is good because the higher your speed, the more things you can steal, really. If you have a speed equal or higher to than your enemy, you can steal it from them. But if it's lower, then you don't get the option to. So yeah, final boss, last minute or two of the game, well, the level at least. And he has a low resistance too, because, I don't know, they wanted to make it really, really easy. So a really nice combination here would be like Glass Cannon, Lucius, and some other type of mage. But I want to use Florina because she gets really, really, really good if you level her up. Like, she can be one of your strongest characters. And then, when you give her the Delphi, if you can give her the Delphi shield later on, when she's a Falco Knight, she will be utterly invincible because arrows won't be able to beat her. She'll have a sword and really good defense, so axes won't be able to beat her. And spears and swords she could already kill. Anyway, so I'm going to use the Slim Lance because javelins are really inaccurate and they should only be used if your enemy is behind a wall. Okay, so that is the end of Bayard, the mercenary, who is strong but not strong. Florina now has an abnormal strength of 9. I mean, it seems low, but since she's a level 5, that means she got about 1 every level, I think. She starts with a really bad strength, so I got lucky with her. And here you find out that these are more than just brigands and little, you know, bandits. They're organized. Or well organized, according to Kent. But hey, I got the ring back, and I don't care about the massive hint of foreshadowing that I got. I mean, it was so massive it wasn't even a hint. It was like a punch in the face of foreshadowing. But anyways, I got the ring back. I'm not sure if that actually did anything, except maybe improve my tactics rating. That's it for this episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem. That Gamer Mexican, signing out.